Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I filmed a video on here. Things have been a little bit crazy, but I am starting to get back into reading regularly again, and I didn't really feel like making videos when I was only reading a book a month. So now that I'm picking up the pace a little bit in my reading, I thought I would come on here and check in with you guys. Today I'm going to be talking about the books that I'm currently reading. And then the next video after this is going to be the Don Quixote review, because I promised you guys I would do that, and I really do want to put my thoughts down in a video. So that's going to be next, and then I have a few more videos planned, so hopefully I can start posting regularly again. That's my goal. So the books that I'm currently reading, I'm reading 3 books right now. One is for my offline book club or real life book club, and then the other 2 I've just picked up in the last couple weeks. The first book that I have here is The Essex Serpent by Sarah Perry, and I actually picked this up in London when I was at the airport. I really wanted to take something with me on the plane, and this one kind of stood out at me. It's the story of a woman named Cora whose husband has recently passed away, and she was kind of in a loveless marriage with a very controlling type of husband, and now that he has died, she has taken it upon herself to kind of find out more about this Essex Serpent, which is kind of like the Loch Ness Monster. It's this creature that people fear that nobody has really seen, and so she's super interested in it. She's interested in science, and this is back in like the late 1800s, so she's a very peculiar type of woman to other people. She meets a reverend who is trying to keep his followers, or his church, the people that go to his church, he's trying to calm them down because they're all scared about this mythical creature. They meet, and they are kind of complete opposites that somehow feel this pull towards each other. And even though I can kind of see that it's going towards a love story, I'm about halfway through. Even though it kind of feels like a love story will be at the end of this book, throughout it all, it doesn't really read like one. The writing in this is absolutely beautiful. She does a great job with, describing the setting and kind of giving every character a voice and a different plot, kind of a subplot to some of the characters here, which kind of keeps things interesting. Cora is a very unique character. I love that she's so free-spirited and has been through a lot, but she still manages to be positive and find a new passion. So I'm really enjoying this so far. I didn't think I was gonna really enjoy it when I first started reading it. It just felt like it wasn't gonna be my type of book, but I'm actually really liking it. So that's one that I'm reading. The other one that I'm reading is My Cousin Rachel by Daphne du Maurier, and this has been sitting on my shelves for months. I got it last October, and I've been wanting to read it for months since I got it, but I kind of held myself off because I knew that I would blow through it and then would be really sad that it was over, and I was right. I have pretty much read this, like 60% of this book in like 3 or 4 days. I'm trying to slow it down, but I'm just so caught up in this story and the mystery. It's been a very interesting and frustrating read because you kind of want to shake Philip, but I think that just testament to du Maurier, how she can write a character like Philip and make you believe, that you're inside of his head. And I'm very frustrated, but I'm also really looking forward to seeing how this is all going to come to a head. And, I am anticipating a very crazy ending, so that's really exciting. But I'm trying to not read this too fast because I'll be really sad. But so far, really, really good, just like everybody told me it would be. And the last thing that I'm reading is Killers of the Flower Moon, The Osage, I believe it's Osage Murders and the Birth of the FBI by David Grann. This is the nonfiction pick for our book club, and I think one of the girls in the book club picked this because it was a recent kind of bestseller, and the story kind of gripped her. We haven't really read a book like this. This is totally up my alley, but I have never really suggested this book to the book club because I don't know. I know that not everybody would be into something like this, but surprisingly, she suggested it and everybody jumped on it. So that's what we're reading this month, and I'm really, really enjoying it. I mean, as much as you can enjoy a book about murders, but it's very gripping. It's very detailed. David Grann did his research, and throughout the book, as you're reading it, he includes pictures kind of in the middle of the text. So that kind of puts kind of a face to a name sometimes, which I really like. He made it a point to put a lot of portraits and personal photos of the characters that he talks about. And that just, I don't know, that just really puts a new perspective on things, because even though I know I'm reading nonfiction, sometimes it's nice to have pictures of the main characters kind of reminding me that what I'm reading is real, and that makes it all the more tragic and sad, but also I think it's important. This is about the Osage Indian Nation who lived in Oklahoma back in the 1920s. They actually were forced out of their original homeland and moved to Oklahoma. They purposefully chose a spot that had a lot of rocks and that they figured no other white people would want to take from them because it was such a horrible place to live. I guess the land wasn't that great. A short while after they have settled in, they discover that they're sitting on a lot of oil, and quickly they become one of the richest tribes, or people really, in that time. And then mysteriously in the 1920s, a series of murders start with at first it seems like it was just one murder or two, but in a short while there seems to be a plot happening, and so the FBI is created to figure out what happened and solve the crime. It's really interesting. I've never heard of this story before. I don't think a lot of people have, and I think that makes it even more important because these things really happened and they were tragic and horrible, and I really appreciate that my book club has decided to read this and that a lot of people have been paying attention to this book, and I can't wait to figure out what happened to the Osage people. I'm hoping for a good resolution and, you know, some serious justice, but I'm not getting my hopes up. So those are the 3 books that I've been reading. I've been enjoying all 3 of them immensely, and obviously I'll talk a little bit more about them when I finish each book in my wrap-up. So look forward to that. It feels really nice to be filming again. Thank you so much for watching and sticking around, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.